Chris Francis.
Coach, you see Carson and Hyde questionable on the injury report. What is their status for Sunday? And how much have you missed the style with which those guys run the football? It's hard to replicate.
First off, Carlos practiced today and got work done for the first time in a bit. Chris is running today and tomorrow and going to run on game day and see if he's ready to go. We're waiting as long as we can to help him out. I love the way those guys run, and they're right in the mold of the kind of style that we like. And so, Chris Carson is Chris Carson. He's got a style all his own, and Carlos has got his own. And so we love the way those guys play. And so you do miss them, but other guys have their own, and so they bring their style as best they can.
Timothy Parker.
Sorry about that. This is Timothy Parker from Spectrum News LA. I'm doing a story about your work here with A Better LA when you were with USC, and I'm profiling Damon Collier, someone you touched his life. He's got his life together. He's a filmmaker now. What does it mean to you to see him thriving in life, and what is it that you like about having your legacy be impacted beyond football here in Los Angeles?
Well, Timothy, when I met Damon back in the day, he was just trying to figure out how to feed his girl and his baby, and that was the only thing he was thinking about is how can I feed him, and he was struggling at the time, and my guys introduced me to him, and knowing that I would learn a great deal from him, I can't tell you how much I've learned from Damon's life and his story and where he's come from, but to see him keep it together and stay out of harm's way and to get his life organized, where he came up here to the Northwest and got situated and did some good work here, created some film, went back down to LA, did some great work with his film work down there, and he's just getting started. He's just getting started. It's a fantastic story, and I love him, and I'm so proud of him, and it makes me proud to know that the work that we did in those years down there still keeps us connected. I've got so many friends that are working in the communities around and that we continue to support and do things with. I'm really proud of all of that. But Damon's story is a story for all young men, about when times are hard and you're up against it, and you could just give in to the bad side of the world, and he just would not do it. And he just persevered and stuck it out, showed true grit, and he's on the verge of doing some incredible things. I can't wait to see what he does next, and we're following him along and looking to amplify the voice that he brings to the world in a big way.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
Corbin?
Hey, Pete. Phil Haynes returned to practice a couple weeks ago. How's he looked out there on the field, and how close do you think he is being ready to be activated?
Yeah, he's been battling. Philly's done a good job getting back. It's been a long haul for him. He's been hurt a lot. And so to finally get some weeks back to back is really important for him. He's shown well. He's a big, tough, physical guy, just like we had hoped. And he's right in the mix of it. So the decisions are coming up on Phil, really in the next week.
Thanks.
Joe?
Pete, how much progress has Quentin's knee made through the week?
Really, he's quieted down. We're trying to do rehab work with him right now. So I saw him this morning, and he's in the mode of getting back, and it's going to be a bit before we get him back and get him right. If it's going to take some time to take advantage of the rehab. So he's making good progress, but not enough progress to play in the game.
Okay, so he's listed as questionable, but he should be out.
Yeah, I don't think he's making the trip by the time we get out of this day to day. I got to get through the day and check it out.
Got it. And then how did Damon make it through the week, and then are you excited to see him on Sunday?
I am really excited to see him play. Yeah, he's been a unique player for a long time. He worked really hard to get ready to go, and I'm really hoping that he'll have some success and have some fun playing football again and get him back part of it. Another guy that we're breaking in, but the style of play that he brings us fits really well. So I'm hoping that he has a real good outing.
Greg?
Hi, Pete. This probably isn't the best week to break in a new center. What can you tell us about Kyle Fuller and going against Aaron Donald, what help he might need?
Kyle's a good athlete. He's real strong, athletic, physical kid. I mean, he's played quite a bit of football now in the league, and so we've seen him for years. He's ready to go. Yeah, he's been right there at the edge of getting in and playing. It's his first time going. We've had some first-time guys play against these guys in the past. If you remember Jordan Simmons last year, the guys have done well, and so. For the most part, they're going to line him up on the guard. The guy you're talking about, Donald. And but he'll probably find his way. Kyle will be ready to go. He's going to do a good job for us.
Did he show you enough that was part of the deal with Finney? You thought you could part with him and still have something?
Yeah, we really felt good about Kyle. We would not have entertained that thought if we didn't.
Bob?
Yeah, with Ethan, can you clarify what has happened with Ethan? I mean, concussion, but we didn't see him, I guess, miss any of the game last week.
Yeah, he did. He made it through the game and reported some symptoms after the game, and the guys took a look at him and waited as we were going through it and could tell that he had something that happened, an episode in there, and so we took, we're going to take great care of him, make sure that we treat him well to get him back, and take whatever time it takes. This is a very serious area that we're always really concerned about, but he didn't report it during the game, so we didn't know.
And is Nico Thorpe, where is he at? And is he maybe got a chance to help you this week at all? Or?
Nico's ready to go. We're really excited about getting him back. Nico's been a real centerpiece on the special teams, and he's captain of the special teams, and we've really missed him. So he's a really good contributor in a lot of different ways, and we're happy to have his leadership back on the field.
Brady?
Pete, how's KJ Wright doing? I know you've got him listed as questionable.
Yeah, he looked very good today. We waited till today. He looked fine today, so there's a really good chance he'll be okay for the game.
Okay, and then did you say that Carlos practiced today, but Chris did not? I'm wondering. I think you said earlier in the week that Chris was ahead of Carlos. Did that kind of flip?
Yeah, it did in that we think Chris has a chance if we don't overdo it early. So that's why we decided not to put him on the field today. He still worked out and ran and all of that. Carlos, this was a chance for him to show, and he looked pretty good today. We'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Thanks.
It didn't flip as much as we just took a little different tact on how to get him back.
I got you. Thank you.
Tim Booth?
Pete, we don't see Mike Capati on the injury report. Does he have a chance of?
Yeah, Mikey had a real good week, and he's ready to play football.
Okay. And then Benson Mayo, how is he doing with this?
Not quite making it, all the way back. We'll see how we go when we check him in tomorrow morning. But he hasn't quite made it back to the practice field yet, so it's a long shot for him to get back.
AJ?
So, Coach, I know, I believe it was Sunday after the game, you said, or maybe it was Monday, but you said, I don't recognize the team that played. That was not very characteristic. Overarching was the progress you've seen the defense in particular make.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it exactly like that. I didn't recognize the performance is really what I was thinking. I'm not sure how I said it, but, I just didn't, the outcome and the way that matched up and turning the ball over like crazy and all of that kind of stuff just didn't fit, So what was your question? I'm sorry.
That's okay. So my question was, going from that after the game to then now a week under your belt of trying to recover and get better from that, how was the progress, particularly on the defense this week heading into the weekend?
We're going to have to wait and see till game time. We had a terrific week of planning. We're excited about the plan that we have going. But we got to go out there and do it, and do it on the field. So we got to wait and see. I know Carlos Dunlap is going to be in better shape this week for us, and that his brain will be clearer, and that's a good addition. I'm anxious to see. KJ looks like he's back with us, so we're getting back there, almost getting everybody together. So that's a good feeling, and we'll see how we turn it loose against these guys.
And today's last question goes to Curtis Crabtree.
Hey, Pete, how big a deal is it to get Ugo back and the season he's had for you up until this point?
Yeah, he's been a really good contributor for us. Been really active, been good on special teams for sure, and has played well when he was on the field. Very, very obvious he's out there. He makes things happen. So to get him back out there and also have DJ ready to go too, that's two really good football players to cover a bunch of ground, and you think something's good going to happen when the ball comes in their direction. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, everyone.
See you.